Good morning, YouTube. It's December 1st, which makes it officially Clean the House Shiny Day. But I don't think I'm going to get to it. At least not today. Or at least not all of it today. I can get started today, but my whole routine, my whole sort of typical schedule. Sorry, I needed a thing for that. It's all thrown off because I had a glorious road trip this past weekend. We took off on Thursday night, and then we hit 3 towns in 3 days. And Sunday night we got back to the greater Orlando area and actually went and saw a show at the Doc Phillips Center and actually saw Hadestown. Hope that's not too shiny. Great show. Oh, absolutely killer. Had the best time. Might do something longer about it later, maybe. I don't know. To be totally honest, I knew nothing about the show. I mean, not a word, nothing. But I knew that my kid wanted to see it. So I got tickets and we went. And for the first, I don't know, maybe half an hour, maybe a little less, but I was watching and I was sort of like, I was watching it and I was like, this is respectable. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, this is good. Like, this is technically good. Like, there's nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with what I'm seeing here. I'm hearing some amazing vocals. I'm seeing some really great dancing. You know, it's like, the story, it's like, I know the story, you know, it's like, I didn't know that I knew the story, but it is the story essentially of Orpheus. Can't talk this morning. I went to the dentist this morning, so I'm a little, yeah. But it's Orpheus and Eurydice, and with a bit of obviously artistic embellishment. So for the first 30 minutes, I'm like, oh, well, I know how this goes. I know how this is going to end. And so, yeah, I wasn't really invested. It's like, it's like everything I was seeing, I was like, okay, I have zero disrespect for all of this. This is all technically brilliant. Nothing but respect. Love, emotional investment, no, it's not there. I'm just like, okay, good tune. And then you hit a certain point, or for me, I hit a certain point in the first act where suddenly I was in it and I felt it and I was like, oh, I'm actually, okay, I'm seriously with these characters and I actually feel for them. And then for the rest of the show, I was just hooked. I was just completely hooked on everything. And it's just great. It's great. Anybody, if you get a chance, it's obviously it's on tour right now. And, if it comes to town, go see it. It's incredible. So anyway, back to the now. Breakfast, in case you're at all curious, is oatmeal and frozen blueberries and Greek yogurt, which gives us our fiber and our good carbs and vitamins and minerals and 14 grams of protein, which we need. Tea this morning is some sort of herbal something or other. I didn't even check that. I just grabbed a bag and popped it in there because I knew it wasn't black tea. It wasn't like real tea, if you will, because I've run out. And the last time I went to buy tea, I accidentally This is so silly, but I accidentally got K cups, instead of tea bags. Sounds ridiculous, but you're in a hurry. You see tea, it's in a box. Grab, chuck it in the thing. So I don't have a Keurig machine, so I'll just be taking them with me to work and just leaving them there and saying, "Hey, who wants tea?" Because there's tea now. So anyway, I started to say that I can't expect that I'll get through Clean the House Shiny Day today because I have everything from Thanksgiving dinner left over. I mean, dishes are washed, obviously. Ugh, it'd be horrible. But I've got like a fridge full of turkey leftovers that need to be like shredded up and made into soup, and just stuff that needs to be like sort of dealt with. And I'm not totally sure how long that's going to take. But that's first priority. And then we can jump into some real housekeeping. Clean the House Shiny Day involves a lot of furniture moving, taking up rugs, floor scrubbing, ceiling, vacuuming. Ooh. I have a popcorn ceiling. I hate popcorn ceilings. But like I think I've told you guys before, I rent this place, so I can't exactly just jump up on a ladder with a scraper and just start taking it off. But yeah, I hate it. It's just, dust gets stuck up there, and then you have to get up there with like the vacuum hose and the brush attachment, and that's going to be a big chunk of it. It's just dusting. Everything has dust on it. You try to keep the dust down, but you just can't. So that's why we have Clean the House Shiny Day. That's why we have, spring cleaning, etc. That's why we have guests come over to our house so that we can frantically clean every once in a while. Plus, there's just so much decluttering to be done. I have books everywhere, and they all need to, the ones that I'm not currently using for work projects have got to get like put away. They've got to get like stored, and mostly they'll go into plastic bins and get stored underneath the bed. Oh, storage is a dead end. Marie Kondo, Kondo Mari-chan was right. Yeah, storage is, I forget her exact phrasing, so I'll paraphrase. Storage is the devil. Storage, except for holiday type stuff, but you only want to see it once a year, but you do want to see it, as opposed to, well, I'm sure I'll use this at some point, and then it goes into storage, and then it stays there until you're like, what is all this clutter? And you pull everything out, and you're like, oh, this book, I don't want to get rid of this book. And it's like, yes, you do want to get rid of the book. Oh, it's hard. Books especially are very difficult to get rid of, I find anyway. Well, someday. Today's not the day. Today's not the day that I can work up the nerve, Hmm. 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 really hot. This is a silly move. Herbal tea in the morning. It's like a joke you play on yourself. Ugh. Hmm. So I have 3 hanging plants in my window. I'll show you some other time. I don't have faith in my abilities to turn the camera around and show you and then face it back and put it back just so. Perhaps someday. But yeah, my 3 little hanging plants. And I was staring at them just now and wondering if I shouldn't somehow decorate them. I could just put a bit of like garland on them or something, but I don't know. I think that would look cheesy, but maybe there's something I could do. Little tiny red Christmas balls or something like that. Tomorrow I need to get the Christmas lights up outside. It's funny because I know some people have had their Christmas decorations up like since before Halloween. Or no, that's not totally fair. I have seen like gated communities or condos where like the landscaping team or whatever has put up their like the official sort of wreaths and garlands and what have you. They had their stuff up before Halloween, and then people who were just decorating their own front yard. I saw a lot of Christmas decorations go up immediately after Halloween. Excuse me. So I'm already like, I think by the standards of the community, I'm a little behind. But yeah, I do not like to see Christmas decorations before December. Or like I've said it before, when Santa arrives at Macy's, it is officially the holiday season, which is to say the holiday shopping season. And at that point, by all means, go nuts with the decorations. That's just me. I know. I'm not trying to dictate to other people. I'm just expressing my opinion as to what's the best approach. I feel like part of what keeps a holiday season special is that it's limited. I think part of the reason why people come to December 25th and they're like, we're sick of Christmas, we're sick of it. It's like, well, because you've been preparing all this time. Whereas I push it back as late as I think is reasonable. It's not even late by my standards, but I mean, some years I have been late. Some years I think I've gotten the lights up like as of December 15th or something like that. But you get the lights up, you get the tree up, you know, you shop, you go to church if you have a church, if that's your thing. And December 25th is really just the beginning of the proper holiday. Everything up until that moment has just been, the Advent season, the season of, well, waiting, right? Only you're not waiting, you're running around like a crazy person trying to get everything ready. But Christmas really starts on December 25th and ends on Twelfth Night on the 5th. Or so I keep trying to tell people. And I try my best to sort of keep it going, like the cookies, the pie, and the eggnog. Like you can always have people over for white elephant parties. Those are fun. And you can try to make a big deal out of New Year's. And then if you live in certain parts of the country, then Twelfth Night might well be a community thing, in which case, please go out and celebrate that, because, I don't, where I live, it's not really a thing. Although I should probably look that up. I should probably look to see, is anyone, like Facebook groups or whatever, is anyone in the greater Orlando area celebrating Twelfth Night? And if so, where? I don't know, might be worth it. Might be worth it. If I had it to go back and do over again, I might even have been convinced, when my kid was little, might have been convinced to do a present, each day of the 12 days, like the old song. I don't know though. That's not my culture. That's not how I was raised. When I was growing up, it was, Santa came on, came Christmas Eve, round about midnight, depending on his schedule. And so Christmas morning, that was Santa presents, and presents from mom and dad, and presents from relatives. And notably, as a little tip for folks, Santa never wrapped presents for us. Santa simply left the presents under the tree and in the stockings. No wrapping paper. No wrapping paper needed. Why would you need wrapping paper? And also, it happened that it was always pretty clear, like, which kid was supposed to get which present. And there were some presents from Santa that were actually meant for everybody. One year, great year. I'll never forget. Santa brought us a computer. Oh, it was a big deal. It's a big deal. It's a PC, and it it had a CD drive. That's me aging myself. So we could play Myst. It was a big, big deal, that computer. And so obviously Santa brought that and left that for all of us, including mom and dad. So, I've always been surprised to find out that in other people's houses, Santa wraps the presents. Because again, why? I don't, the other thing, of course, was that because, Christmas morning, you wake up, it's like I don't know, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning when a kid wakes up on Christmas. And they'd, go downstairs to the tree, and they have their stocking, and they could open their stocking, and to have all of these presents from Santa already. Not that there were ever like a ton of presents from Santa, but they were always really, really special. Always things that you really wanted, and they'd be under the tree, and you could. You knew what they, obviously you knew what they were. Some of them you could even start to play with. And it meant that mom and dad could sleep pretty late in the morning, or just get up on their own, come down, make coffee, all of that. And then as a family, you open presents. So this one's from mom and dad, and this one's from grandma, and this one's for mom, from dad, and on and on and on. So you still get the nice experience of opening presents from each other, and seeing the look on the other person's face and having them say thank you and all of that. But there, logically speaking, there was never any reason for Santa to wrap presents, because Santa wasn't going to be there to see the look on your face. And, you were already surprised when you got downstairs and saw what was under the tree, that you needed to, there had been presents under the tree leading up to Christmas, right? As soon as you got presents in the mail, they were wrapped, you put them under the tree, waiting for Christmas, yada yada. So yeah, it's just a thought. Everybody does, what they do and what they think is most sensible, but that was definitely the norm at our house. Santa didn't wrap gifts because there's no need. There's just no need. If it came down to it, I suppose Santa could have put like a gift tag on a present if Santa had ever had any concern that we kids would get confused about who gets which gift. But honestly, it's like, oh, here's a horse. That's for Merri-rae. This is He-Man. That's for a brother. It was, I don't know. It was first of all, it was the 80s. So boy, girl toys, it was kind of obvious. And then, and the age difference also played into it. So it was never a concern with us. But if it were ever a concern for anyone else's family, I always figured Santa could just put a gift tag on it so that it was really obvious, which gift was meant for whom, Mm-hmm. Spam message. Thank you. Good. Should have just left it alone. So yeah, not only do I not have a working tripod at this point, I also I had this little like acrylic book stand that I was using, and now I can't find it. So I'm literally just balancing my phone on top of a cardboard box. But they said, start the channel. We started the channel. And we'll get better. We'll just keep uploading. Oh, I have so much footage from this past weekend. I wish I could have, filmed and then edited and then uploaded while I was on the road, but that's, that did not work out. But I got some good stuff, and I'm excited about that. Mm. Mm. It occurs to me just now, but probably most of you haven't seen yogurt combined with oatmeal. Um, but and you might think, well, that's weird. It's delicious. First of all, it's really, really good, and it's just it's a great way to get like a one bowl breakfast. It's very filling, and it's very healthy. And I first encountered it. It was brunch at this little cafe in Arlington, and they had a very fancy like steel cut oatmeal with like a lemon chiffon yogurt, and very, very fancy. But I realized that I could do it with ordinary rolled oats and ordinary yogurt. Doesn't have to be Greek. It doesn't have to be anything special. Um, but if you just combine those two things, you've already got a pretty solid breakfast. And then if you add some fruit to it, particularly like pretty fruit like blueberries, or strawberries or anything like that, yeah, you've got a pretty good meal. One of my favorites is actually to add banana slices and cinnamon. Um, but today it was blueberries, and it was very, very good. And and I think I may have to go out after this and get some coffee because this herbal muck is just not getting it. And I need my caffeine, Mm. It's not bad. I don't mean to disparage. It's not the fault of the herbal tea. The herbal tea is exactly what it ought to be. The first thing in the morning, it's just cruel. You don't give someone herbal tea in the morning. Mm. Oh, decided I have to drink a great deal more herbal tea to avoid eating when I should not. They say you should, if you think you want food, but it's not the time to have food. It's not like it's not a meal coming up or like a good time for a snack. Then the thing to do is to drink water and wait a little while. Well, I'm going to embrace that idea, but I'm going to embrace it with herbal tea because that's basically flavored water. And I think I have this need for a sort of, for flavorings. Like a boredom thing. I'm hoping I can maybe I can satisfy that boredom with with some flavored tea, some herbal tea. We'll see. We'll see. I'll let you know how it goes. Excuse me. And I'll let you know how it goes with clean the house shiny day and clean out the fridge day and do all of the things at all times at this exact moment. How all that goes. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.